Hey guys, how you been? Haven't seen you in a while. I'm really sorry about not uploading lately. I've just been extremely busy with school. Because of making videos and surfing, I haven't had as much time to do school this year, so I was very behind. In the last 6 days, I did over 6 months worth of math. That's a lot. I was doing over 16 hours of math every day. I was just doing math, basically nothing else. After a few days, I started going a little crazy. Anyway, I'm finished. I passed all of my exams. I'm finished with math for the year, and now I have time to go back to making videos for you guys. Now, as some of you guys may know, I have this thing called Patreon, which is a crowdfunding website where people can support me on a monthly basis. One of the perks of supporting me with $10 or more per month is that once a month you get to choose what video you want to see. So you guys submitted to me all of the videos that you want to see, and then I chose my favorite one and I'm making a video about it. Today's video is going to be about surfing vocabulary. It's a video I've been meaning to make for a while. I haven't been able to get to it yet, but the fact that the patrons wanted to see it just gave me an extra push to finally go out and make it. Now when you surf, there's different vocabulary for kind of waves and kinds of maneuvers, and a lot of you guys that don't surf probably don't know what it means when I'm saying that kind of stuff in my videos. So today I'm just going to be going over some basic terms and letting you guys know exactly what they mean. So when you hear me in my videos saying that the waves were super mushy and it was onshore and it was really gnarly, you know what that means. This idea was submitted by Patrice C. Patrice is a great supporter of this channel. Thank you very much for the great idea, Patrice. Alright, so without further ado, let's get into it. By the way, this isn't a dictionary or anything, it's actually the history of surfing. Maybe I'll read this to you guys one time. It might be a cool video. First of all, let's go over the super basics. There's two kinds of waves. There's left and there's right. If you're standing on the beach and you look out, a wave that's breaking from left to right is a left, and a wave that's breaking from right to left is a right. Now when you're surfing, there's two kinds of stances. There's goofy and there's regular. A goofy-footed person is someone that surfs with his right foot forward, and someone who's regular has his left foot forward. Now when you're riding a wave, you can go either front side or backside. If you're goofy, then a left is front side and a right is backside. Front side means you have your front to the wave when you're riding the wave, and backside means you have your back to the wave when you're riding the wave. It's pretty simple. Now there's a few different kinds of waves. There's a beach break, point break, reef break, and shore break. A beach break is a wave that breaks over sand. This is one of the most popular breaks to surf. Because it's sand, it's easier to learn. Usually the waves aren't as powerful, and if you fall, you're not gonna hit the reef and get hurt. Usually when you're learning, you're gonna learn on a beach break. Then there's a point break. A point break can break either left or right, but it rarely breaks both ways. In a point break, the bottom can be rocks, sand, or a coral reef. It can be any kind of bottom. The thing that distinguishes a point break from a beach break or a reef break is that a point break refers to the place where waves hit a point of land or rocks along the coastline. Then there's a reef break. A reef break either breaks over a coral reef or a rocky seabed. Reef breaks are usually for more experienced surfers. Because there's a reef, the waves are usually gonna be more powerful, and it's more dangerous because it's reef, so if you fall, you could get seriously hurt. Then last but not least, there's shore break. A shore break is a wave that breaks directly or very close to the shore. This happens when the beach is very steep at the shoreline. These breaks are just a form of a beach break or a reef break, but just breaking very close to the shore. Alright, now that you learned a little bit about different kinds of waves, let's go over wave conditions. When the waves are glassy, it means it is ultra clean surf without a ripple and often looks like glass. Choppy means the surface of the ocean is very rough and bumpy. When the waves are gnarly, it means that the waves are very powerful and dangerous. A mushy wave or a mush burger is a wave that is poor quality, slow, and not very powerful. When the wind is offshore, it means the wind is blowing off of the shore, from the shore to the water. This creates ideal surf condition because it makes the water super glassy and smooth, and often makes the wave more hollow. An onshore wind is the opposite of offshore winds and blow from the water into the shore. Onshore winds usually spoil the waves and make them not very good to surf. Remember, offshore, good. Onshore, bad. Hollow waves are when the waves are tubing or barreling. A barrel is when the wave is very hollow when it is breaking. Being inside the barrel is the ultimate feeling when you're surfing. It is just the most amazing feeling you can have. Heavy waves are big, gnarly, powerful waves. Heavy waves are usually only for experienced surfers. You should not be surfing a heavy wave if you're a beginner. If you hear somebody saying it's flat, it means there's no waves. Hello, it is a very sad time. Very sad time indeed. A closeout is when the wave breaks along its length all at once. When the waves are closing out, that means they're not very good. The lineup is the place just outside the breaking waves. That is where the surfers sit and wait catch waves. The inside is the area of white water in between the shore and the lineup. The impact zone is the spot where the wave breaks. This can change depending how big the waves are or what beach you are. Being caught inside is when you're too far in and the waves are breaking right on top of you. This is a very unpleasant experience, especially when the waves are big and heavy. A lull is when the ocean goes flat in between the sets and all the surfers just sit waiting for the waves. The spit is a big amount of spray blowing out of a hollow wave. Swell or ground swell is how waves are formed. If there's a big swell, it means the waves are going to be big. If there's a small swell, the waves are going to be small. If there's no swell at all, it means the waves are going to be flat. Don't worry, that is not the end of the video. There's a whole bunch more surfing terms that I covered, but while I was editing, I felt that this video had a lot of information in a short amount of time, and it was a lot for the brain to process, so I decided to take this video and make it 2 parts. Alright, I hope you enjoyed. I hope this video was informative and you learned something new. Even if you learned one new term, I did my job. With that being said, I'll see you guys in part 2.